And there we are, guys. We are entering the second match in this round one tie. Entente is now on the defense. KGK, Kampfgruppe Kempf, is now on the attack. KGK had a very strong defense. They didn't lose a single cap on the defense. Now, can they replicate that on the attack? Can they take caps on the attack? We'll have to see. If you're watching this on YouTube, as always, be remember to like, subscribe, and check out the other videos from the Season 3 tournament so far. They're all being uploaded to YouTube. You can find a lot on my channel. I'm also going to create a playlist. Also, be sure to join the Discord and also visit the website. Link in the video description. If you're watching this on Twitch, you know, enjoy. Welcome. Much love. So, this time around, Entente is on the defense. Entente suffered heavily in that first matchup, where their rush onto the first cap was ambushed immediately by the KGK defense. They lost an MSP and then a half-track. And then after that, KGK just took so much map control, Entente really struggled to gain a foothold to capitalize. Can Entente replicate that on their turn on defense, or will KGK smash through? Will they find a way to take this first cap? We will have to see. Look on the board. Everyone is in the match. Everyone is here. 40 seconds left on the board. You can see the Entente here spreading out their defense, replicating Storm, replicating every defensive team so far, really. They keep a few on cap. Wabbit, it looks like he's going to be the one sitting on the cap, and their defenders are going to spread out and try gain as much map control as they can. Let's fly over to KGK now and have a look at what they're doing on the attack, what tanks they're bringing out, where their MSPs are, their logi teams, and so forth. Let's have a little bit of a look over here. So we can see from KGK, they're bringing out a Sherman to begin with, followed by, two Shermans. And they've utilized every single transport vehicle. You can see an MSP looks like it's going to head south. They've got a full half track here. They've got the Humvee. They've got their logi teams going out. Two tanks, their commander car, everything going out here. First MSP going out from Eggman and Arkra here. Two high-ranking individuals from the KGK team and in Storm themselves. They're rolling out. Let's have a look at the map so we can see the map rolling out here. You can see MSP heading south, MSP heading west, and then it's going to flank around. Hopefully he doesn't drive into the minefield. That could be bad for him. We've got a logi team heading north. We've got the tanks rolling down the main road. Commander car following one of the logi teams, half-track near the MSP. So we've got a kind of a similar loadout here from the KGK on the attack. There's Black Vaping. Will Black Vaping would have heard the MSP. There's that Panzerschreck in hand. Storm dropping their MSP in this little ditch. Black Vaping's going to get spotted here, though, as he runs. And there he goes. Immediately, he gets sprayed out and he goes down. Half-track coming forward now from KGK. Already, due to that little bit less brave MSP, let's call it, here hiding in that ditch, we've already got a big, strong push here from KGK on the attack. Look at this wave of infantry. They've got their MSP hiding in that ditch. Tanks coming forward. Eggman there was firing a couple of mortars with that smoke. They've got the half-track coming here. Maybe trying to use that 50 cal to suppress the defenders here. Already a big, strong push coming in from the north direct of the cap here. They've got that Sherman in support. They've got also a squad coming in from the north. KGK, lots of experience with this team here. Lots of experience, and you can see it going out there. That 50 cal, the 50 cal half-track absolutely cleans the head of Entropy there. It's nice to see a vehicle like the 50 cal half-track actually being used in a competitive game. How often do you see a half-track used in competitive games like that? Big smoke screen coming out now. DVD looking to hold back this ditch line here. He sprays down. He gets one. No, he almost got a kill there, but DVD gets sprayed down. Big smoke screen as the KGK tried to use a big infantry wave here to push onto the cap early on. Heading south of the cap, we can see EVC have a squad here south of the cap, and they've actually done a good job holding back a squad from 7ID here. We've got the second Sherman on the back, putting shots down range. Big blue wave coming in here. This is looking very strong at the beginning here for KGK. Uber with a squad on the north. They're trying to try flank round on the north. Getting a couple of kills here. Blah, blah, vaping there. AT looking to get in position to take out this Sherman. If he can land a side shot with that Panzerstrike, he'll be able to take out that Sherman. He's sneaking forward, trying to get in position. Storm with their infantry still pushing forward here, pushing along the ditch line and pushing along the hedge line. Look at those smokes coming down. Smoke screens blinding the machine guns inside the bunkers. Well-placed smoke screens. There's blah blah vaping. Let's just go on blah blah vaping for a second. He's sneaking along. He's looking to take out this Sherman. He's in a good position. No infantry's nearby. Panzerstrike in hand. He's got the Panzerstrike in hand. He's in eyesight. Can he take out this Sherman? That'll be a huge loss there. And there goes the Sherman. Big kill for blah blah vaping there. That's going to hold back the attackers from KGK, as now they've lost that tank support that was raining HE and smokes on cap. Trigger, the first one to move in with Nickel behind. They're the first to move on cap. Machine guns in hand, those brain guns spraying out there, and the M1 carbine getting a couple of kills there. More infantry from KGK pushing forward. They have lost a little bit of their momentum, but they're still pushing forward slowly. Blah blah vaping looking to get a second tank kill here. Will he find the MSP? He's very close to that MSP. Will he spot it? Will he spot the MSP? Blah blah vaping. Yeah, he did. He spotted. He's using that free look. He's got his big grenade out, and that's going to be an MSP going down. Hitman is trying to save the MSP, but that MSP is going to go down. Blah blah vaping with a good push here. He's looking to take out that second Sherman, but that Sherman immediately firing HE and machine guns to suppress blah blah vaping. Let's go back onto the cap, because Storm is still pushing forward with their infantry here. Big infantry wave coming in here from KGK. They've got one rally. One of the defenders' rally is going to go offline here. And this is looking very strong for KGK at the beginning. They've taken over the first warehouse here, the first barn. Can the defenders hold on? You can hear that 50 cal. Look at the 50 cal putting shots down range here, suppressing a defender's squad here. That 50 cal does have splash damage on its shots, so that is a heavy machine gun to be using there. And look at this big push here from KGK. Smokes going in. HE going in. Trying to clear out the building here. They're trying to clear out the bomb. Jay Buddha on the inside. Pioneer for the defenders here. He's looking to hold on. He's got that MP40 in hand. That's going to be devastating at close quarters. He runs it right in front of Rain. And Rain with the brain gun through the window takes him out. Now Vitaly is being suppressed as well. Jam Falcon on the inside. Flanking takes him down. And that is a big push coming in here from Storm. They've almost secured the second barn. A little bit of friendly fire coming in there. That Sherman doing a little bit of friendly fire. But Storm with their squads on cap looking very strong here. Hand of Doom still with that 50 cal. Doing an excellent job of suppressing the defenders here. I think this is the first time we've seen a half-track asset used in a competitive game in this tournament. He gets another kill there. Hand of Doom is going to town. 80 takes down Wabbit. He's doing an incredible job with that 50 cal there. It's not often we get to see a half-track used in a competitive clan game, but he's doing an incredible job with that. And map control for KGK. Uber squad in the north doing a good job of taking map control in the north. And in the south, Entente is looking pressed in the south as well. I was just having a pause moment there. A little bit of a brain fart. EVC are starting to clear up the south, though. They have taken out this 7ID squad, and they're looking to wrap up north and flank behind. Second Sherman coming in. Or is that a Steward? Yep, second Sherman coming forward now to support infantry. KGK looking very strong. They've completely taken over the main warehouse. That half track raining down, mortars raining down. This is looking very strong for KGK. Let's look on the map. They have majority on the cap, so they're going to start neutralizing. Entente need to pull back some extra defenders. They need to clear out this warehouse. This is looking very strong for KGK on the attack so far. One of the German tanks that is coming forward has been ambushed as well. We have a Panzer IV. Its engine has been disabled. A 7ID squad has ambushed and intercepted one of the heavy tanks coming forward here for the Entente. So that's very unfortunate for them on defense. That's going to allow KGK to have more map control with their own armor. Artillery bombardment coming in. A well-placed artillery bombardment got a few kills. I think that was artillery actually on both sides. That's Sherman, both Shermans side by side now, moving forward to support infantry. Look at this. Both Shermans very close. Half track has been disabled. Hand of Doom's gone down. Snake and Valdi are trying to smoke out this Sherman. Pioneer, if he can place a mine or a HE, he will be able to take out or disable this Sherman temporarily. But you can see, very calculated tank placements here. The Sherman, the second Sherman, just trying to support the first one. The cap has been neutralized. KGK has neutralized the cap, and look at that artillery bombardment coming down. KGK with a huge artillery bombardment right onto the defenders. Strafes raining in now. And that Sherman firing HE. The point has been neutralized. Can they take it? Valdi placed a mine on the Sherman, I believe. Mine placed. HE placed. So the engine of the Sherman has been disabled. HE placed. Storm trying to push forward an infantry squad here, trying to support the tank. Half track goes down. Sherman's at about 60% health. Snake and Valdi wipe out that infantry squad that was coming to reinforce as well. And the cap has been neutralized. KGK has taken the cap here in the second matchup. Stuka coming in. Where is this Stuka place? That's 2 Stukas coming in. One on the warehouse. Second Stuka coming in. KGK very strong on the attack here. They've taken the first cap. 2 Stukas on the warehouse. Okay. KGK very strong on the defense there, and you can already see they're starting to push forward again. MSP on the move, infantry moving out. They're looking to take more here. They have ticket lead only by 4, so it's basically even at this point, but KGK looking very strong on the attack. Time on board 50 minutes almost. That is a lot of time there. A lot of time for KGK to go forward in this map. Entente, you can see the Entente starting to spawn on the second cap, starting to take out defensive perimeters, starting to take map control. They know a second push is going to be coming in very soon. KGK are not going to stall here. Storm is part of KGK, and it's in the name. They like to blitzkrieg. They like to play quick, along with 7ID here, Uber, and the 91st PCD. They're all fast-paced clans. They like to play quick. They like to play rapidly. They aren't going to delay. That half track was destroyed. That Sherman is still active. Sherman is going to have its engine repaired, and it's probably going to be RIB back to base to get repaired. So a good job for KGK there. Taking that first cap. A good use of all assets. They had the Sherman. They had even the half track. Great work by them there. Let's just open the map quickly. So you can see the Entente basing out. They're trying to take map control. They're trying to move into positions ready to counter the pushes coming in from KGK. You can see there's a MSP, a FOB north for KGK. They've also got a FOB in the south. They've also got MSPs similarly north and south. Perfect flanking positions. Interestingly enough, they have nothing behind the cap itself. They're kind of going for flank forward positions. They've got nothing on the rear behind the Entente. Meanwhile, below us, we've got this infantry squad fighting right below us. 7ID trying to push forward south of the cap. They've been countered by a couple of defenders, but so far they're doing a good job of keeping the revives going, keeping that momentum going, taking map control here in the south. So good job by them so far, taking map control, trying to press the Entente into the cap, denying map control. And that's what you really need to do here. You need to deny map control in Postscriptum. You need to take as much map control as possible, especially on the attack. You can't allow the defenders room to breathe. You have to pin them into cap. You can't allow them to get flanks around. You can't allow them to get AT behind enemy lines, your own lines. You have to keep them pressed into cap. And that's what Storm and KGK have been doing so far. Sorry, I keep saying Storm. It's just, I cast a lot of their events, so it's kind of second nature. It's KGK. They're a collective. It's KGK. They've been doing a good job so far. And you can see so far, this big blue wave coming in here, directly north northwest of the cap. Big blue wave of infantry doing a good job here. We're just trying to push the Entente back. And so far, they've taken a good map control. They're even taking map control in the north. You can see individuals from their squad here. And they've got a vehicle moving around. That is a transport vehicle and a Logi moving around on the north. Just trying to encircle round. Make sure the defenders are pinned inside the cap. And they can't do any flanks themselves. Blah, blah, vaping. AT extraordinaire for the Entente over there. He's got a vehicle kill of some kinds. He has taken out... No, he hasn't. It's a Panzer IV. Panzer IV's actually gone down. He's roaming. He's looking for vehicles to blow up. He's looking for MSPs. Sherman here, engine repaired. It's slowly pushing forward. A MSP there, and we've got a Pioneer Wellesley there looking for MSPs, looking for vehicles to blow up. He's actually taken out one of the FOBs. This was one of the FOBs. So Wellesley there doing a good job. He's taken out one of the vehicles, and he's actually cleared out the FOB that was placed there by KGK on the attack. So he's looking to take out more. He can hear the tank firing, so he's probably looking to flank around and deal with that Sherman. Disable it, distract it, hold it back. Look at this push, though, from infantry. A lot of the Entente infantry have gone down here. This is what I mentioned about KGK. KGK plays so fast. They do not allow you time to prepare. And already they are pushing within the church. You can see hedgehogs have been built. Bunkers on the inside. They're trying to stall the attackers as much as possible, but already they're pushing within the church and they're starting to surround it. This is the big play here by the KGK. They're playing a very fast-paced game. They have slight ticket lead. Trigger there getting a couple of kills, and it looks like they've taken control of the church. There are no defenders aside from Randy Jim alive on the inside of the church. Jim is on his own. KGK looking very strong on the attack here. They've secured the church. They have tank support nearby. Here comes the Sherman. Sherman coming very close to support the infantry and doing a very good job of it as well. KGK have full control over the church and the church grounds now. They're going to start neutralizing the cap. There are no defenders on the second cap. This is how quick they like to play, KGK. They are a very fast-paced team. They take a lot of their experience from how German players like to play. And there it is. The cap has already been neutralized. They take a lot of experience with how the German players like to play. Very fast, very blitzkrieg-esque. King Tiger has come on scene, but this King Tiger has no infantry support. So this King Tiger is going to have to watch out because there will be AT who are looking to bag that as a prize trophy. A big infantry defensive wave trying to come in now, trying to react to the attackers here, trying to get on cap to stop the cap in here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. With the Sherman on scene and with KG taking strong defensive perimeters, I don't think they're going to be able to take this cap back. I think KGK is going to take the second cap here. Artillery coming down from both sides. That is KGK and defender artillery, I feel. Well-placed artillery from KGK, cutting off the reinforcements, and look at all the red names going down there. A mix of artillery and the Sherman and defender and attacking infantry fire. That means they're going to take the second cap, I believe. Mustang coming in. Mustang landed deep. I believe that just took out a German MSP. Yeah, German MSP goes down. So the defenders here from the Entente really struggling. And that King Tiger has been flanked by Uber. It's drove right into a squadron here from the Uber. It's low on health. Its engine's out. A second mine is going to be placed. And that King Tiger is going to go down. Without the infantry support, it was an easy target here for this Uber squad that was flanking in from the north. King Tiger goes down. That is a collective effort there by the Uber squad, part of KGK. And the second cap still neutralized. But look at all the blue names in the perimeter. There we go. The second cap has been neutralized. KGK looking so strong here on the attack. They've taken the second cap. 56 minutes on the board now. And they have a 50 ticket lead almost. KGK looking extremely strong here. And already they are pushing forward. They're already starting to press the third cap. Entente is starting to take some defensive perimeters. They've taken a forward perimeter here. You can see a squad 3 here for the Entente has pushed forward, ready to defend the third cap. Can Entente keep up this pressure? Can they keep up this momentum? Or are they going to start to stagger a little bit? We'll have to see. So far, they've done an incredible job, and they're already starting to move forward. You can see Uber already starting to flank around. Let's open up the map yet again. We can see there is that forward fob now over on the northeastern side. They have rebuilt a second fob in a flanking position. They've got an MSP in the south. There's only one fob up at the moment, and all of the KGK attack looks like it's going to be coming mostly in from the north. There's going to be a big wave coming in from the north. Can they keep up this pressure? You can hear that Sherman rolling forward below me. It's supported by infantry. Tank and infantry have done such a good job this game of supporting each other side by side. Great matchup so far. KGK is looking extremely strong. Can they match Joint Task Force at the top of Group A? Or will they go one step forward and win both matches? Or can Entente hold on here? Can they pull out a draw? Be it on time or tickets, we'll have to see. You can see a lot of Entente spawning now on the third cap. The third cap, we didn't really talk much about the third cap. The third cap is this little village here. I can't pronounce its name. It's this little village here. It actually has a large cap radius. You can start capping all the way up here to this line of buildings here, all the way down to the south main road there. So this camp actually has a large capping potential radius. It's very hard for the defenders to hold on to. And look at the blue names already starting to encircle. You can see them moving around here on the north side of camp, looking to flank all the way around. Blah Blah Vaping's going to run right into the Uber squad here. Unfortunately for Blah Blah Vaping, he run right into the Uber squad that is flanking around here onto the northeastern side, looking to maybe get onto the eastern side of camp. You can see mortars already raining down. Wabbit being pressed. He's getting hit by mortars. He's just spawned on the cap, and he's getting hit already by mortars from KGK. You can see tanks here moving around. You've got the Sherman on the north side supporting infantry on the north, and now we've got a Sherman approaching from the west side supporting infantry in the west. Great use of tanks here this game by KGK, working alongside infantry extremely well. You gotta give credit. They've used Sherman tanks. Sherman tanks potentially one of the greatest infantry support tanks in the game, especially on the allied side. They are weak, but they have so much infantry support potential with their cannon. They have HE. They have a lot of HE at their disposal. They have 2 great machine guns. They also have the Woolly Pete rounds as well that are quite unique to the game. So great job here by KGK already. Look at this flank. They're already pushing the third cap. The third cap isn't even unlocked yet, and yet they're pushing in on the north side of cap. The Entente is doing their best to hold back this pressure here on the western side as well. But this Sherman putting shots down on the defenders here. Entente really struggling here on the defense. KGK being so strong this game. That flank coming in, and we did mention Uber. Uber have carried on their push. Uber are flanking around all the way onto the east side of cap, look. And they're doing a full encirclement. Entente is going to be encircled on the cap at this point. It's going to be really hard for the Entente to deal with this as they are pressed with that tank in the north, a tank in the west, with infantry collapsing on all sides of cap. Entente under heavy pressure here. Blah Blah Vaping runs into the Uber squad again. You can see DVD. His squad is sandwiched between Uber and a Storm squad. You can see 7ID with a squad here. They pushed EVC. They found that squad rally, and they're taking control of the west. Sherman tank on the main road here. It's putting shots down range now. He has great visibility. King is going to run right into the Sherman's eyesight. Sherman doesn't fire though. And look at this from KGK. They're pushing slowly down the village, building by building. They're already going to be start neutralizing. They will be in the cap zone. And building by building, they are pushing southward. Sorry, chat. I've got hiccups. The 7ID and P1Z and Storm squads in combination here have done a good job clearing out this western defensive forward position. Uber continuing their flank around on the east side here. Have almost cleaned up the eastern tree line here, flanking around. And this is looking very good for the Entente. Cap has been neutralized, so they can start neutralizing the Cap. You can see the German commander is actually on Cap to try help stall the Cap rate here. KGK looking extremely strong on the attack here. Tickets-wise, they have almost a 70 ticket lead. And their infantry is slowly pushing further and further down the village. There it is. The third Cap has been neutralized. Ash Brown and Jade trading there. The Cap has been neutralized, so KGK looking very strong here to take a third Cap. Sherman moving in to support infantry now. The teamwork from these Shermans has been incredible this game, supporting infantry. Very well played by the Shermans. The tank crew supporting their infantry this game. A big infantry wave coming in from the west now, looking to finalize the Cap here. King has managed to sneak up on the Sherman. He placed his mine. Oh, he missed the Panzerfaust. Can he reload in time to take the Sherman out? He takes the Sherman out. Ooh, King there, almost with the big whiff, but he managed to take the Sherman out. And he also killed one of the defenders there, attackers there. So one of the Shermans have been taken out. I believe that's 2 dead Shermans now. That is one of the heavy infantry tanks going down. So that's good. That's good there by King. King and Blah Blah Vaping have been doing a great job this game for the Entente in dealing with those tanks and taking out MSPs. They've had a hard game, but they've been taking out tanks where they can. Cap is still neutralized. Sherman is on Cap. It's putting shots into this last holdout here for the Entente on the defense here. See Wabbit there. Let's go on board Wabbit a little bit. What class is Wabbit playing? Wabbit has got the MG32, and the Cap has been defended. The Entente have actually managed to defend the Cap. The Cap is back in the defender's hands, so the Entente are doing a good job here on the defense. They've managed to get back control. Artillery coming in now. That is KGK artillery. Not very well placed artillery. A little bit short of the building. 4 rounds. Ineffective artillery, but KGK is still very strong here. You can see the blue names just rolling in while the Entente are struggling here. Even though they defended the Cap, I think KGK are going to neutralize this Cap again. There is a German tank pushing up from the south. Let's fly over to this German tank quickly to see what the Germans are trying to push forward here. It is a second King Tiger? A second King Tiger here for the Entente. It's putting shots down range. It's actually putting shots on Nis there. Nis is 80 for KGK. They're trying to kill Nis as he's hunting down that tank. And look at all the blue name. There are no defenders alive on Cap. Only Kiss are left alive now. So KGK are going to take this third Cap in time. There are no defenders aside from the commander left. There are a couple of stray defenders trying to rush forward to the Cap, but it looks like KGK are going to take the third Cap here. What a incredibly strong game here for KGK on the attack. The Cap has been neutralized. They have almost all their team on Cap now. That means we're going to be talking about the 4th Cap. We didn't actually talk about the 4th Cap, but this is where map balance starts to change. This is where the defenders start to get map advantage. If we look at the map now, the German main base is closer than the Allied main base to the Cap. So the German defenders start to get a little bit of map advantage now. Their main base is closer, meaning their MSPs can get on Cap quicker, meaning their tanks can reinforce the battle quicker. And just as I said that, the 3rd Cap has been taken by KGK. KGK looking very strong here. So we are on the 4th Cap. The 4th Cap, a little bit similar to the 1st Cap. It has the large central warehouse with the building in the center with the beautiful eye lines that allow it to have MGs placed that have perfect visibility over all the fields. A lot of open fields lead up to this Cap. The defenders also have more buildings to work with. They've got more great defendable buildings to work with. The Cap is a little bit more closed off than the 1st Cap, though. There are trees here. You can see in the north. Also, there's a big tree line that runs around from the east to the south, all the way to the west. There is that tree line that runs along the railway track here. So, map Also, the obviously we mentioned the main base is closer. The reinforcement point though is a long way away. So the hard spawn point is the center of the town over here, the Oosterbeek outskirts. So one thing the defenders do have to keep in mind, they have to have their MSPs safe. They have to have their rallies safe, because if they lose their MSPs or rallies, their defenders have a long way to run from their hard point. Can KGK keep up this pressure? Can they win this game? Will they be the first attacking team to win outright? We'll have to see. So we can see KGK again. They don't waste time. KGK do not waste time. They're pushing names forward already. They're starting to take map control. They're starting to take positions around this cap. There is no delay here. They took the third cap and immediately their infantry start pushing forward. Let's open the map and see what is happening here. So you can see they've got a Logi team flanking around on the south. They've got a transport vehicle heading around to the south. Their infantry is slowly starting to push in for the north, but they're also sending infantry around on the flank. You can see squad 2 there, all the way deep east. They've already seen one of the German MSPs coming forward. It looks like one of the tanks might have been ambushed over here. Let's just zoom on over quickly. Yeah, so Nis there. Nis was trying to take out this King Tiger, but the tank squad was aware, and the tank squad is going to defend it. We've got Tin over there, drop one of his squad rallies all the way over here on the west. Oh, he's building a fob. That's a fob, sorry. And we've got the Humvee, a 4-man Humvee crew, or 5-man, sorry. A 5-man infantry squad looking to flank around there, maybe get a rally deep south. So Tin, Logi team here, getting a fob up over to the, what would this be? The almost southwestern part of the fourth cap here. Look at this map control from Entente though. They're spreading out their defenders. They're trying to take as much map control as possible. They're trying to get individuals and eyes in as many positions around the cap as they can, so they can have warning systems. They can be flexible then. They know where the attacks are going to come from. They're trying to take as much map control as they can as the defense. So good job to the Entente on this cap so far. Can they keep that up? Time, 56 minutes. That's a long time the Entente needs to hold out here. Can they hold out? So yeah, rally going down there from the 7ID. They're pushing forward, but already EVC has spotted, and they've already got a few kills to their names there from the EVC squad flanking to the south there in the football fields. On the cap itself, it looks like we have one squad holding the cap, while other squads from the defenders are moving into different positions. We've got a squad over here on the west. We've got a squad going south. We've got a squad in the east. And we've got a squad in the north, all trying to defend this position. We've actually got the commander from EVC still alive over on the third cap. He's probably trying to arrange his team as much as possible to get them in position. Blah blah vaping over here. Blah blah vaping, who's been doing a great job as AT for the Entente, looking to find those MSPs. He's looking for tanks. He's looking to keep his team in this game. Squad 3 Storm, with Squad 3 pushing forward here on the eastern side, looking to take map control for these eastern tree line here. KGK got a big presence here from that fob as well. That fob that went up over here on the western side already being used. Hand of Doom hunting down that tank by the looks of it. And look at this blue wave pushing forward here from the west along the railway line, along the trees into the football field. The 7ID squad has flanked all the way around, and 7ID are doing what we mentioned. They're looking to intercept the reinforcements. They're looking to cut off that hard spawn at outskirts. If this 7ID squad can continue this flank here and cut off the reinforcements and push in through the south here, Entente is going to look in a very, very, very weak position. We've got KGK doing a good job here on the eastern side of the map. They're taking they're taking control of the forest here on the east, and they're continuing their push south, trying to encircle and wrap around the cap. Wabbit holding out there. He's under pressure on all sides, and he eventually gets sprayed down there by Horm and Zorvev. So KGK again with their strategies. They're being fast. They're not allowing Entente that much time on the defense to prepare themselves, and they're doing this wrap-around tactic. They're trying to encircle around and cut off the hard spawn, and then push in for the final kill. Can the Entente hold out? Can the Entente hold out? Let's just open the map up again. Entente have done a good job over on the western side, the northwest side of the railway track. Originally, they were getting pushed by an infantry squad, but they've managed to hold it back. So this EVC squad over here on the northwest side of Cap did a good job holding back an infantry wave. But now KGK is changing up their angle attack, and they're taking different approaches. We've got a Churchill and Sherman side by side now. That Churchill, an absolute battleship. It's so hard to take out devastating infantry support tanks, and that Churchill is able to fight toe to toe with also the heavy tanks the Germans can put out. That tank is going to be so hard for the Entente to deal with. You can see EVC are chasing those tanks as well. They're calling out their positions, trying to alert the AT of the tank positions of KGK. I wouldn't be surprised if we see blah blah vaping over here very soon to deal with those tanks. Meanwhile, look at this. Look at this from KGK. They've managed to infiltrate behind the squad there from EVC that I was just talking about, and they're already starting to push on the Cap. And over here on the south side as well, you can see that's that 7ID squad has pushed all the way into the EVC squad defending here on the south. And this 7AD squad here is under pressure on all sides. You've got the Storm squad pushing in on the east. You've got the 7ID squad pushing in from the south. This squad here is really under a lot of pressure. And already we've got attackers getting into the Cap here. Entente under pressure on absolutely every single side. Can they hold out here? It's not looking too good for them at the moment. Can they hold on? We've got Uber. Uber have dropped one of their squads off now as well. I think they just drove forward in a Words Jeep, yeah. So Uber now with their squad are flanking forward from the southeast here as well. A lot of pressure. Look at all the blue names pushing forward here from the east as well as the south, and also now the western side of Cap. Looking very strong here for the KGK guys. Oil pushing forward here. Smoke's going in to blind the defenders in the warehouse. We've got Rain as well, also taking up one of the defensive positions. Grenades going inside. Gammon bomb, big gammon bomb. Killed two of the defenders on the inside. Unfortunately for Uli, he was a little bit too close to the blast radius. Look at this blue wave here, though, from these Storm squads, mixing with the Uber squads now. Big push coming in here from the southeast side. That 7AD squad has been absolutely just overwhelmed by the sheer amount of numbers. Buddha and Jim, the only ones alive from that squad now. Jim gets sprayed down by Nissa, and Jade also goes down by Nis. So we've got a big Storm squad pushing in now southeast of Cap. There's only one, well, half a EVC defending squad left in the warehouse. Can they hold on? It's not looking good for them. They have no tank support. You can see the EVC squad here from the north west is trying to push forward to support the Cap, but KGK again with the overwhelming numbers, they flanked around, they cut off the spawns, and they're already pushing the Cap. And I think there's only one defender alive at this point, two defenders alive on the Cap, and just the amount of attackers coming in here from KGK is just going to overwhelm them over time. KGK again looking so strong on the attack here. Big smoke screen coming in here from the south as an Uber squad push in now. Hitman leading the charge there from Uber. Vitality with his pistol. He's down to just his pistol. He gets sprayed down by Jam Falcon. Walker, the only one alive now. And he gets shot in the back by Payday. The defenders trying to push squads back in defense, but they're having such a hard time. And this is what we mentioned about the hard spawn. The hard spawn has been cut off by a small squad from KGK here. The farm has just been neutralized So with ticket lead and cap lead, sorry, the fourth cap being taken, KGK looking extremely strong here to take the full game on the attack. And this, as we said, going back to this is what we mentioned about this hard spawn. This fourth hard spawn has been intercepted by just a few infantry from KGK. That meant no reinforcements was able to get onto the cap. You can see a squad here trying to push forward from Entente on the defense, but they are really struggling. They're not going to be able to get this cap back. They called down artillery, but the artillery wasn't enough to push off the attackers. And that is going to be the fourth cap taken here by storm. What an incredible game. Can Entente hold now? It's going to get harder and harder for KGK now on the attack. The caps get closer and closer to the main base. And this is the first time in Season 3 we're going to be talking about the fifth cap in an attacking game on Oosterbeek. The cap just has been taken. A Stuka got a couple of kills there. But the fourth cap has been taken by KGK. They're moving on to the fifth cap now. Already, look, the Sherman and Churchill is there. Already pressing the fifth cap. Blah, blah, vaping. Is he going to be able to take out this Churchill? He's going to get the side shot from the Panzerschreck. He might take it out right here. Looks like he's going to place the mine first. Mine placed. He's going to be quick, though. That turret is turning, and blah, blah, vaping just... Unfortunate for him, he did place the mine, but unfortunately for him, the tank crew spotted him and they was able to place a HE close to take him out. So let's talk about this fifth cap. This fifth and sixth cap, they're so close to main base and also the hard spawn. Look how close Oosterbeek, the sixth cap hard spawn, is to outskirts. This is going to be extremely challenging for KGK. Can they keep up this overwhelming pressure, or is this where the Entente dig in and hold out? Time on the board, almost an hour. KGK have a lot of time here. They don't have to rush in. They can bleed out the Entente. They know they have tank lead. They must know they have a infantry overwhelming lead as well. It'll be interesting to see how KGK react to these last two caps. These are two of the hardest caps to take. So many buildings to clear out. And just the fact they're so close together always allows for the defenders to have that natural hard spawn advantage. You can see the Entente spreading out. They're trying to take as many buildings as possible. They're trying to place an individual in every building, making sure they have as much control over the town as they can. Is Hand of Doom dead inside? Hand of Doom is actually dead inside. He is. Blah, blah, vaping respawned. He's trying to get back to that Churchill. You can see him running down here, though, but there's infantry nearby. We've got a tank exchange going on. Churchill's just taken one shot. Can blah, blah, vaping. Churchill fouls two shots. Blah, blah, vaping goes down. Churchill's at about 50% health. A penning shot that didn't really do any damage there. It's King Tiger versus Churchill. The King Tiger missed its third shot. Churchill is starting to retreat. It knows it's losing this fight. King Tiger starting to push forward. That King Tiger is going to drive straight into infantry, though. He has to be careful. Smoke's blinding the King Tiger now. King Tiger takes a little bit of damage there from a gammon bomb, I believe. That Piat just hit it. Churchill about 20% health now. This King Tiger's looking to finish it off. The Churchill drove straight into a tree. Is the King Tiger going to get the kill here? King Tiger, come look at it emerging from the smoke. And there goes the Churchill. Churchill goes down to the King Tiger crew. King Tiger took the advantage there. It knew it was winning that engagement. It kept pressing forward. It hunted down its prey, and that is a big asset loss there for KGK. And that tank, look how far that tank has to return to the battle now. It's switched. That's going to be a 2 to 5 minute drive, depending on the tank now, for KGK. King Tiger might get another kill there. King Tiger's flipped around, and there's a Sherman driving straight towards it. Is the King Tiger going to be able to get a second tank kill here? This will be devastating for KGK. Sherman's not going to win this fight. 1v1. One shot and the Sherman's already down to 40% health. Second shot, this Sherman's surely going to go down. There goes the Sherman. Huge, huge change now. Those tanks are going to take at least 4 to 5 minutes, unless it's a recon tank, to get back into this fight. Big kills there for that tank crew, the King Tiger. The King Tiger's about 70% health. It's still good to fight. It just has to watch out. It doesn't get flanked by infantry. That is a huge kill there for that King Tiger. Changing the battle a little bit and slowing KGK down. Meanwhile, let's talk about the infantry. So we've got infantry from KGK trying to wrap around north here. Trying to get onto the northern side of camp. My camera has just got stuck at low speed. Come on. Strange. My camera just got stuck at slow speed for some reason. There we go. My camera's back at fast speed. That's the strange book. Never had that. Storm starting to wrap around here on the northern side, trying to clear the way forward. I can hear a flag gun at Buddha there from EVC. I believe he was on a flak emplacement. Tried to get a couple of kills there, but he's been sprayed off. Or he was hit by a grenade. I think he was actually shot off. See that King Tiger returning base? It's looking to try to get a repair. And a lot of infantry engagements going on here. We're trying to get as much eyes on the battle as we can. Let's just open the map and try to get some eyes on what's been happening in this game. Artillery! Oh, the King Tiger's so lucky there. Artillery came down from KGK, almost took out the King Tiger there. I don't think that was planned, but they almost took the King Tiger. That King Tiger really needs to get back to main base now. It's about 20% health. Incredibly low health. KGK, they flanked around, and look at that squad. They're trying to cut off this hard spawn again. They're trying to encircle the cap. Storm with a 6-man infantry squad here with the flank. They split off into pairs of 3. Looks like one squad is going to try cut off the reinforcements, while the other portion of that squad is trying to push into the cap itself. Open up the map, like we said. EVC doing a good job. They're trying to take up as many buildings as they can, trying to hold back the attacks on all sides. They're just... This attack from KGK has just been so devastating. How do you deal with this? They're coming in from every single angle. They're encircling every single eyesight they're coming from. The defenders here, I do not envy them at all. Anton have been up against it this game. KGK have just been on every single angle. KGK have been doing as best job as they can to hold back. Let's look at the fob. So we've got a fob over on the north east. We've got that fob still over on the north, where we've got an MSP over in the southwest for KGK on the attack. We've also got an MSP over on the north east for KGK on the attack, and they're pushing in. Look at that. They're just encircling. Look at the blue names encircling on all sides, flanking around, getting behind the defenders, cutting off the reinforcements, taking out the MSPs and the rallies, meaning the defenders are completely stuck at that point. Look at the blue names. We've got blue names all over the final cap. Niz there took out the pack gun. He destroyed one of the pack emplacements that the defenders get for free. So Niz doing a good job there, taking out more of the assets. EVC, they've done a good job. They've held out here on the southwest of cap, but there's a big wave of infantry coming in here from the northwestern side of cap. That is sort of northeastern side of cap, sorry, and it's slowly flanking around here on the east. They've completely taken over the hard spawn. Look at Uber here. Uber cutting off the reinforcements from Oosterbeek Central itself. The final cap. This is also going to cut off any MSPs, any Logi that want to come down this road, and also the tanks. The tanks are going to have a hard time now. You can see they've actually got that rally over in the Southern Chapel Church there, ready to reinforce as much as they can. Strong game. Over 100 ticket lead for KGK. Time on board 50 minutes. Entente have so long to hold out. Got a battle going for the central free story here. A lot of dead individuals on this inside. I'm gonna take a moment just to get a drink. I'm losing my voice, man. This is such a good game. Oh, sorry, chat. I had to get a drink there. I'm slowly losing my voice. I told you tonight would be a long, worn-out fight. I imagine all the players are starting to get fatigued as well now. Can you imagine playing 2 competitive matches back-to-back? I imagine the players are starting to get fatigued, maybe a little bit frustrated, maybe communications are getting a little bit harder. Mistakes being made, maybe. That King Tiger rolling back down the main road, looking to support the infantry on cap. It has to drive through squad. There's Nis with the AT. He's ready to ambush the King Tiger. One shot by the Piat takes the King Tiger down to about 70% health. Second shot misses. That King Tiger turning its turret to 6 o'clock. It got a couple of kills as it drove down the road there. It's looking to get on point just to support the infantry best it can. Let's open up the map. Look, where are the tanks from KGK? It looks like they've given up on the tanks. They know they've got a long drive at this point. Oh no, there they are. I see them. They've just drove past the third cap. So look how long it's taken for those tanks to get back to the fight for KGK. Long time for those tanks to come back. This King Tiger is a little bit damaged though now. This King Tiger has to watch out. It's at about 70% health. That King Tiger is going to have to be careful. It's driving through infantry. It is an easy target. It is slow. It's got that slow turret. And the AT for KGK have been so strong. And look at the blue names on the cap itself. The cap is starting to get infested by KGK infantry. They're clearing out the buildings little by little. They've actually secured the... Let me just orientate myself. They've actually secured the western half of the outskirts here. Look at all those buildings that originally Entente held. KGK have actually taken control of the western part of the map here. The western part of the town, sorry. So KGK looking very strong. Looks like the Entente have managed to temporarily push out those infiltrating infantry on their final cap. But they're still under a lot of pressure here. You see a 7ID squad flanking forward on the south and north of this large 4-story central building. We've got an EVC squad here trying to support the camp as much as possible, trying to get back and clear out the buildings here on the western side. We've got a big infantry exchange going on here as this holdout here. We've got an Alamo situation as the defenders inside here are doing their best to hold out. We've got Kisa, a pioneer, and Train, and machine gunner doing their best to hold out this large central building. Randy Jim trying to support there, but he gets sprayed down by Gerard there. Radio Man, Loser flanking inside now for the 7ID, looking to clear up this final central building. He gets shot as he was trying to come up through the stairs. Wabbit there, I believe it was Wabbit who sprayed him down with a headshot. Hip-fire headshot with that MG. Nick Knox is on the... trying to push in as well. He's flanking around. He's going to get the kill on Wabbit. Does Wabbit... No, Wabbit sprays him down with that MG34. So the defender's still holding on here. I'm trying to open up the map as much as possible because we've got fights happening all over. It looks like the Entente managed to hold back the flank from the east here. They managed to hold back the flank temporarily. That King Tiger had to go all the way around the south fork to get back to repair. It did get a couple of kills as it went by the Uber squad here in the south, but it has to go back to get repaired yet again, which is a long drive for it. A King Tiger isn't a fast tank, as we know. Artillery coming down on cap. Vehicle exploded then. Well-placed artillery, actually, from KGK, I believe. Got a couple of kills. Well-placed artillery. What vehicle blew up over here? I saw a vehicle explode. Don't actually see it now. And look at Storm. This Storm squad again in the east. They're just immediately applying pressure again. And look at the western part of the map. The western side of outskirts has been taken over by a mix of Storm and 7ID. They're also taking control of the south side of the outskirts cap. I think we're going to see the cap neutralized quite soon, as just sheer amount of infantry here from the attackers is overwhelming the defenders. DVD trying to get back in this large central 3-story. He gets sprayed down by Loser. And Archer there moving in as well. Bro Neeson. Kisa trades with Loser there. Kisa was the last one in the side. You can see Loser calling out the... he doesn't actually know he traded with... he doesn't actually know he actually traded. But the building's been cleared out. He's telling his team that the last person alive is upstairs. EVC with a big squad push here from the defenders, trying to get back onto the center of cap. It's not looking good for the Entente here on defense. We might see the 5th cap. Sorry, is this the 5th cap? I'm losing count. Yeah, the 5th cap at this point. We might see KGK neutralized the 5th cap, and then there's only 1 cap left. This is the furthest we've seen an attacking team get so far. Coalition Francophone won their game by taking the 4th cap and bleeding out Rusty 40. Looks like KGK is going to try to do one better. And there we go. Outskirts has been neutralized. That is the 5th cap has fallen to KGK here. And you got to say, they've played an incredible game on defense. We're not going to discredit Entente, though. They've done all they can on the defense. They put a Valorant defense out here. It's just KGK have been so ravaging in their speed and their flanks on their spawns. It's been such a hard game for the defenders here. Time on board is going to go back up to the hour mark once they neutralize, once they capture this. They've got over a 100 ticket lead. KGK looking extremely strong here. Entente doing their best. They're trying to get back onto the cap, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. There's just so many names here for KGK. They've got both. They've got the large central freeze store, and they've also got the large central freeze store in the south. And there it is. The cap has been taken by KGK. We're on to the final cap now. Time on board, an hour. 5 minutes until the cap opens. Can Entente hold on to the last cap? It's looking very, very hard for them at this point. I can actually hear the tanks. We heard tanks firing. Are the tanks back onto the field? For KGK. I don't see them. I saw 1 tank further. Both MSPs, however, for KGK are actually placed in the side of the red zone. And one of the MSPs, King, has found one of the MSPs here. Oh, no, it's the German MSP, sorry. I don't know why it appeared blue for me. That's a weird. They usually appear as red. There is a second MSP though. So one of them is KGK. So one of the KGK's MSPs is actually in the red zone at this point. Onto the final cap. 123 tickets left for Entente on the defense. 261 left for KGK on the attack. An hour on the board. KGK have all the time in the world at this point. They can take their time on this final cap. It is going to be a hard cap to take. It is very close to the German main base. So, and you know the Entente is going to defend it with their absolute lives here. You can see Milo's actually pushed that King Tiger. That King Tiger's having to go all the way back. The King Tiger's actually firing. I believe it's being blocked by the protective ring. So the King Tiger's trying to fire out of its main base, but the protective barrier doesn't allow it to do that. And look at this again from KGK. KGK already zerging forward here. Look at this big blue wave pushing in left to right. You can see it on the map. Look at the blue wave coming in left to right on the cap. It's like a tidal wave. There's a wave of locusts here. Locusts devouring everything in their path. They've already cleared out the large estate manor here from the defenders, and they're just continuing their wave forward. What an incredible game. The Entente doing their best to set up defensive lines. 2.5 minutes until the cap opens. Can they stop this blue tidal wave? It looks like KGK don't care. They don't care that the cap is still on cooldown. They're just going to push in nevertheless. That blue wave is still continuing. They actually ran past one of the defenders' rallies there. Artillery coming down. This is KGK artillery. Strafes being thrown in as well. Trying to clear out the defenders. We've got a storm squad pushing in here. North of the cap, trying to flank around. We've got that Uber squad. Uber squad is actually under pressure. You can remember that Uber squad that flanked around to cut off that hard spawn is actually under pressure. EVC have actually found the rally, and they're clearing out that Uber squad here. Hitman's gone down. They're looking for that rally, and there goes the rally. Uber's lost their spawn here on the south rear of the cap, the south east of cap. Payday already trying to clear out that church. 7ID coming down, smoke screen going down. KGK aren't wasting any time here. They're already starting to secure the cap, even though it's not unlocked yet. That King Tiger pushing forward is trying to support the infantry. It's pushing down the main road. Turrets at 6. I wouldn't be surprised if the King Tiger just did a drive-by at this point and just tried to drive down the main road, shooting in every single direction with full gun and machine gun. The tanks for KGK, we'll just zoom over quickly. I only see one of them on the field at this point. We'll just have a look. It is a Sherman. No, it's a Firefly. Firefly coming forward for KGK there. Oh, I see the second tank. So the tanks have been harassed. King over here, he's been harassing the tanks. It's another Churchill. It's drove to one of the fobs to repair. So the KGK tanks have actually been harassed. That's why they haven't been able to join the battle. You can see there is a fob deep south for KGK. They're flanking south now. They've got an MSP in the north, a spawn on the south with that fob. The King Tiger is under fire. Milo, AT, flanking the King Tiger. He's placing the mine, or trying to at least. He gets sprayed down. The tank crew there doing a good job. Milo goes down, so that King Tiger is going to side. Oh, King Tiger almost killed his own tank crew there. You have to be careful. One of the MSPs goes down. Nick's taking out one of the MSPs there. And also King took out one of the MSPs in the north as well. But look at the blue wave on Cap. The Cap, 1 second. The Cap is now open. And look at the blue names on the board. They've already started to take buildings on the Cap. They've not wasted any time. They've not waited for the Cap to open. They've moved in immediately. Stuka there. Oh, sorry, that was a Mosquito or Mustang. I always get them confused. Getting a friendly team kill there. Storm, 7ID pushing in on the north here with rallies. We've got a 7ID squad pushing in also from the north. Storm with a squad and 7ID pushing in from the west here. And also Uber and Storm with squads pushing in from the south. Encircling the Cap. Anton pressed against it here. You can see the blue line. Look at the blue line. The blue line controls the left of this main road here, while the Anton are struggling to hold the right side of the main road. And that is the Cap right on the corner road there, where that blue building is, where the graphics are bugging out. That blue building, if we zoom up, that is basically the center of the Cap there. KGK looking strong. 66 tickets left for the Entente. So even if they hold on to this Cap, it's looking less and less likely. And the Cap has been neutralized. KGK have neutralized the final Cap here, ladies and gentlemen. The sixth and final Cap. I'm losing my voice. I'm broken. It's been such a long, incredible game. Entente holding out the best they can, trying to throw forward their last defenders, but it looks like they're just so overwhelmed. KGK have just got numbers on Cap. I think this is going to be a KGK victory. They've taken every single Cap on the map. The tanks are now coming forward. Firefly and Sherman are on scene. So that's probably going to secure the victory here for KGK. What an incredible game. Oh, man. I'm going to have another drink before the game ends because my voice is gone. There's a shame we can't see how close the Cap is to being neutralized, but I imagine it's very close. Oh, actually, Entente might be starting to win this back. They've thrown forward defenders, so it's probably in limbo at the moment. You can see all the red names are starting to outnumber the blue names a little bit. So Entente might be starting to claw this back a little bit. Entente aren't out of it yet. They're still holding on as long as they can. They're not giving up. They're fighting as long as they can. Sherman got ambushed there. King tried to take out the Sherman. Sorry, the Firefly. He managed to take out the engine. There are GGs being called in chat, so I think both teams know where this is going at this point. GGs are being called in chat, so I imagine the Cap might be close, or Entente just know they're so low on tickets at this point. And that the Cap is neutralized. It might be the end of things for them. Since both teams are in good spirits, though, they're all saying GG to each other. They're chatting with each other in chat at this point. They seem to be having good fun. So that's the main thing. I hope both teams enjoyed themselves tonight. This is the end of round 1 in the Season 3 tournament. And what an end to round 1. We've seen KGK come out here strong on the attack, proving that you can win on the attack in these competitive games. What a game they've had. More infantry, reinforcements. Look at the blue wave pushing back into the cap here. Entente losing defenders. Artillery, no smoke. A few smoke rounds in the south. What an incredible end we've had to round one, guys. I hope everyone watching on Twitch has enjoyed this as well. We've actually got a tank exchange going on here. I just heard a tank shoot another tank. Oh no, it's the Churchill and Sherman just trying to take out the 80. King there. Can King get a final kill on the Firefly? King takes out the Firefly. Good job, King there. King still doing his job here at the late stages of the matches. He takes out that Firefly. So great job by King playing there, doing his role until the very end. King Tiger and Sherman. Sorry, Churchill and Sherman. Churchill ambushed here. Oh no, what's going on with the King Tiger? And there's the game. The cap was taken.
Great job. Well done.
Congratulations to KGK on the attack, winning it by taking all caps. Entente, hold your heads high. You played well on the defense. It was just such a strong attacking team, Entente. Honestly, good job to both teams. If you're watching on YouTube, please remember to like, subscribe, join the Season 3 Discord, and visit our websites for information on how you can see future matches and what's going on in the tournament. Until next time, YouTube, you take care. Good luck. Much love. To my boys on Twitch.